it proved to me that the teachings were true, and if I can do it, anyone else can do it. When I was 13, I had the onset of anaphylactic shock, and at the time I was stung by a bumblebee, and it took me over an hour to get to the hospital. So by the time I arrived at the hospital, my lungs and my heart had stopped. So since that time, I carried EpiPens, Benadryl, and was always very cautious of where I'd be if I needed to get to the hospital. And when I would get stung, I would immediately go to the hospital for treatment. I had read Dr. Joe's books, and it really rang true with me. And I wanted to put it into practice to find out if what he was saying, if these teachings were true. So I set my intention with wanting general health. And at the time, I did not consider having anaphylactic shock with that intention. I didn't consider it a serious health condition. It was something I had been able to manage. And there were people that had much worse conditions than what I had. So I began with the Blessing of the Energy Center's meditation, which I did daily in the morning. And I did it for 30 days consecutively. And on the 30th day, I was doing it from the beach at the state park. I had just completed the meditation, and after I did, I asked the universe for a sign to find out if these teachings were true, to make sure that I was putting my energy in the proper teachings. As soon as I made those words in my mind, boom, I got stung by a bee. Luckily, I had my boyfriend next to me on the blanket, and I turned to him and said, "Just been stung by a bee, if you could remove this stinger for me." He did that, and instead of rushing and going to the hospital, I decided to immediately get back into my meditation. The area where I was stung had started to swell up, and I could taste the chemical reaction coming for anaphylactic shock. So I went back into my meditation and was able to have no further reaction than what had already occurred, and I received no medical treatment and didn't need any. So it proved to me that the teachings were true, and if I can do it, anyone else can do it.